So, good evening, everybody, and good afternoon to and a warm welcome to Mr. Falkenstein, who's joining us from Germany. And good evening and welcome to everybody else. Also, Mr. Pandit, who has been very instrumental in setting up today's webinar and introducing us to Mr. Christian Falkenstein. So before I introduce our today's guest speaker, I would quickly go through, I'm sure most of you have been attending our chamber webinars every day. So I will keep it very brief. And as you are all aware, the chamber was recently founded and is headquarters out of, just one second, and is headquarters out of Mumbai in BKC in Bandra. You can find more details about our chamber at our website, casmb.org.in. And today is our 37th webinar. And in case you have missed any of them, you can find them on our YouTube channel. Even today's webinar with Sir's permission, we are recording it and will be put on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/CASMB India. One word, CASMB India. We all know that MSME plays a crucial role. It's also called the backbone of Indian economy. And with that in mind, with that background, we founded this chamber in December 2020, and we had an official launch on 1st March 2021. When we started in March, we decided to have a particular webinar series where Monday through Thursday, we have different topics, and a similar webinar series has been conducted in the month of May. This is our last week, so we are planning to take a break from Monday, but let's see if we get feedback from all of you that yes, we would like to continue having such webinar series. Probably in the mid of June, we can restart the webinar series. And the reason we want to take a break is because there are 4 other initiatives that we had launched in the month of April, and we want to pursue them further. One of them is obviously the Startup Buddy program, where unofficially, and now we want to make it more official or a more formalized way of assigning mentors to various startups, especially in the food industry. So we want to work a little bit more constructively on that, and that's the reason why we are looking to take a break from this webinar series. The second initiative we had launched in the month of April was our chamber investor platform, and we had received more than 15 startups who have pitched and are in advanced stages. Some of them are in advanced stages of getting funded. So that's another program that we intend to work on for next 15 days. The third one has been the buyer seller meet, which again we have been in talks with various exporters as well as category managers of modern retail and different distributors. So we want to give it a much bigger shape and hopefully help our startups get connected to buyers. And then the fourth one, which is the industry defined problem, where a lot of our members have certain challenges or face problems. So we are seeking their problems, and through either a student internship or a student competition, we will try to get solutions to those problems. So these are the 4 key initiatives we launched in the month of April, which we want to take it further in the next, especially next 15 to 30 days. And that's one of the reasons why we are looking to take a short break from the webinar series. Obviously, we'll be back. And in case you have missed any of our webinars, you can definitely see it on our YouTube channel. I think around 35 webinars as we speak are already uploaded, and they were attended by more than 4,000 live viewers and have more than 4,000 views on YouTube. And as we speak, we have more than 700 subscribers to our YouTube channel. Some of the achievements in less than 3 months of our existence has been where more than 250 startups, and I'm sure some of you might vouch for it, have benefited through our Startup Buddy program or through our mentorship or help that chamber and other members of our chamber are giving out. Like I said, on Tuesdays, we have been having technology transfer sessions. And yesterday we had a fantastic session by Dr. Vaibhav, where he spoke about his farm gate level dehydration process, where he has won a lot of prizes, including Bill and Melinda Gate funds. And similar to that, we have had experts talk about novel turmeric processing, fruit wine making, as well as NIFTEM presented their 34 technologies available for transfer. So we are happy to also tell you that a lot of these have been a lot of startups are actually in advanced stages of getting these technologies transferred. So that's exactly what our aim is, not just conduct webinars and have sessions in nice cozy AC kind of rooms, but actually make sure that entrepreneurs and startups, SMEs are seeing help at the ground level. That's what our chamber really dreams to do. We are also very happy that the Industries Department of Maharashtra has also endorsed us and are supporting us. And in fact, we are shortly signing an MOU. And in fact, our Fridays program, where Dr. Darshane will talk about FSSC 22000 and other food safety and standards method that SMEs can inculcate in their manufacturing units, is actually supported by MCED. We'll have their joint director, Shri Londe sir, as our chief guest. And we are very happy that the ministry is also recognizing the work that we are doing, and they have also offered the logo support to us. And we have other 4 associations who are also partner with us in this today's session and all our webinars in the past. AFST Mumbai chapter, All India Food Processors Association, NetPro Fan, as well as Entra2. So I'm Nilesh Lele. I'm available for anybody. I'm sure most of you might be knowing me or have seen me in our earlier webinars. I don't mean to take more time because we have a fantastic speaker here today. So if you have any questions or you want to reach out to me or Diksha or anybody from our team, feel free to reach out to me. My email is president@casmb.org.in. I'll also put it in the chat box. And my phone number is 99304055542. I'll put it in the chat box. So with this, I'm very honored and happy that we have a guest from, especially from Germany. And I take this privilege to introduce Mr. Christian Falkenstein, who is the project manager, who's doing project management for Total Engineering. And he provides services in project management, business consulting, engineering design, 3D design, as well as architecture. And we are very happy to learn more about the smart factories and the factories of the future, and especially in the food industry, because we all know under the Atmanirbhar Bharat, there are various schemes, one being the PMFME, another being the PLI scheme. So we hope, we want to hear more from Mr. Falkenstein on how German technologies and what is available for our SMEs here in India. So with this, I would welcome and hand it over to Mr. Falkenstein.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Lell, for your welcome words. I also welcome Ashish, and I saw Mrs. Becker is also with us. I welcome also every participant today for my lecture, Factories of the Future. My name is Christian Falkenstein. I'm speak now from South Germany, near the border to Switzerland and Austria. And I'm owner of an architecture engineering office with a long tradition in the food industry. We are specialized in food industry. It means we are employ architects, engineers, but also food technologists who know the process, how to produce different kind of food products. For us, it's always these 3 big parts. It's the architecture, the building, then all mass cooling, electricity, heating, sanitary, ventilation, and also for the process. Additional, we also have services in the part of the green factory, CO2 neutral, as well as smart factory services. It means all the services who have to do with the digitalization. As well, we have for our clients an academy in the parts of hygiene, in parts of energy questions, in parts of training to produce food products. Here you see again our 4 services. It means the architecture, technique, process, and the project management on the building side, the project management. When we talk about factories of the future, we have different kind of factories. You know, the speed factory, it's from Adidas. Every sports shoe you can buy online, and you have your own color, and you have your own size of the shoe, and you have own wishes, and the speed factory produce your shoe by individual. So this is a kind of a smart factory, a digital factory from Siemens. They are fully automated, 100%. They are in Amberg, or the green factory from Alois Müller. I will talk about later. Tesla, they built a factory at the moment in Germany. By very speed, they produce their 500,000 electro cars as well as batteries. It's one of the biggest battery producing factory on the world, and they need 1 year to build such a factory in the moment in Germany near Berlin. And we have the nano factory. It's from Unilever. It's a kind of container. It's only one product produced there. And the Precious factory, who are dealing with mechanical parts, very small and a large number of different kind of mechanical instruments. When we talk about factory planning in our office, we have 3 parts we are involved. First is to plan and build a complete new factory on the greenfield. The second part is to plan on a brownfield, on an extension, where we have an existing plant and they will rebuild the factory. And the third part, it's a new part for us. It's an existing factory without any building services, only to do projects inside the factory to make the factory smart. Smart means to make a better process. Smart means make more digitalization or have more energy efficiency. So this is a new service to advise and to plan in existing factories. We have 3 parts. We are concentrating on the big line. It's the food industry. It means new foods. We have in India, you have much more vegetarians than in Germany. I think you are half vegetarians and meat eater. In Germany, we are in the beginning, but this is a booming market for vegetarians and vegan. And every day we have new products on the market. So this is have always also influence in our plannings in the factories. So we must keep in time and know which developments are in the food business. The second is the digitalization. I think nearly every company in Germany or also worldwide are thinking about the digitalization. And the third is the sustainability with different kind of subjects. The big one is the green factory, the CO2 neutral factory. You know, in Europe, we have made the decision that we are 2050 CO2 neutral. In Germany, we make the decision that we will be CO2 neutral in 2045. And in Bavaria, it's a neighborhood state from Germany with the capital Munich. They will be CO2 neutral in 2040. So this is more or less 20 years, and you can imagine what this means. Also, a big thing in the future is that we are a growing world population. You know, especially in India, you are a growing country. And but on the other side, we have less land we can cultivate. So this is a big point: more people and less land. Here are some examples in part of architecture of our office. All have to do with food. The food processing, as I told you, we design also all the processes, all the machineries for the meat processing. in cattle, in poultry, in chicken, and turkey, and lamb, and in sausage or convenience products. We also are involved in the poultry sector with chicken nuggets or all the products you know from the fast food restaurants. And also dairy, a big part in our office with milk products, with cheese or yogurts. We are also familiar with. The part of technical building equipment, some examples, you know, for heating, ventilation, sanitary. In Corona times, we have a lot of innovations in filters to clean the air. We have the cooling is a very important service in the food industry, different kind of cooling systems, and also the electricity and the green energy. A big part to recognize is the hygiene. We must fulfill, every country have his own national hygiene license, but there are worldwide. If the companies will go to export, we have to fulfill the United States or the Chinese or the European Union. It depends always in which countries the companies will export. And there are different kind of necessities, halal, kosher, HACCP, bio. There's a lot of a wide range of different kind of hygiene guidelines we must fulfill in our planning. We also start not only from the processing plan, we start with farm design. It means that we can plan also stables, biogas plants, also feed mills, and we are also involved in advice for smart farming. When we start a project, it's always the first step is the master design. Master design means the thing we need is to have a plot. With this plot and with exact data what you will produce. There are so many different points you can produce who are influencing the planning, so that we spend a lot of time in the beginning with workshops, with talks, that we know more or less exactly what you will produce, the capacities, the shifts, how many women, how many men, how is the packaging, how are the storage capacities. There are a lot of questions who have influence in our planning, and this is our first step to talk with our clients so long till we have all the necessary informations to start the planning. And then we do a layout. Our layout means that we also go to the machineries. You can see in our plans the material flows, personal flows, but also the main machineries. And then we can do a 3D movie and outside architecture. When we have finished the master plan, then we go to the technological project. We look for all the machineries you want to have to produce the products, from the size, from the weights, from the capacities, from the medias, how many electricity you need, where should be the wastewater. And then there's exact planning for your needs. And with this all data, we make a room book with all the data of the machineries, so that our engineers for cooling, for electricity, for steam, and all the medias know exactly the amount of the machinery media necessities. And so we can plan exactly what is your need without any buffer. And in the end, we know exactly how big is the energy center, because we need 2 trafos, and we need a cooling station. And so the technical part is clear, and also the pipes are clear and the lines. And so then we can finish the master design with the exact room sizes, not that we are too big or too small with the rooms. After that, normally we get the building permission from the countries, and then we make the detailed planning, the construction planning, the tenderings, and then the project management on the building site, and till the factory is finished. Some points, we call it top 10, what you should have in mind, very important. The location, to have a good location, to have a location you can also make a good extension. You have a good place for selling your products, especially Autobahn, or what you need for a good traffic connection. Then the optimal order of quality I told about. We should know exactly what you will produce. And a favorable layout, it means short ways, efficient process, optimal room sizes, and you should be in the position that you can everywhere you can extend if necessary. If you want to install a robot instead of manual, so that everything is thought before you build the factory. Then the design of the technical building equipment without any buffer. It's very necessary to know exactly the machinery data to calculate this technical building equipment. Then the building informational modeling, you know, it's a 3D kind of planning. Before 2 years, we plan in 2D. Now we plan all in 3D. You can walk through the factory before you build the factory. You can found mistakes, pipes or lines who will have a collision with each other. And you found planning mistakes in such 3D models. As well, you have in the future, you have a document for the facility management. You have live data. So with sensors, you can have your whole factory on your smartphone. The sustainability, Grendel to Grendel, is also a word always in cycling industry. This helps also with the facility management on the BIM. So you have a documentation with all materials you have used. So in the end, after 20, 30, 40 years, when the factory is finished and you will break them down, then you have a document which material you have there in the factory exactly, and you have a better position to recycle the materials. Then very important for us are the costs that we, when we make an estimation for our customers, that we fulfill these costs till to the end. Deadlines of the time schedule, the quality, no defects is very important in the end of a building, that we have 100% given up to our customers what we have contracted. And the hygiene design is in the food industry a main topic. So there is now a question, which euro is better? Is this the euro saving through the automatization, training of the people, less waste, less energy, less packaging? Or is this the euro you earn by a good image, a brand, a good taste of the products, a good price because of automatization or efficient working, or you have innovative products and new products? In our opinion, both are necessary. So €2, in our opinion, are the best. Yeah, we hear that also there is interest in India in ready-to-eat, ready-to-cook project. We want to show you some examples. For Appetito. Appetito is the biggest ready meal producer in Germany. They produce 1 million ready meals a day. All is frozen. They make also for hospitals and for where old people live. They make a meal. They bring with the car to different flats and or to hospitals. Then we have a project like pizza from Dr. Oetker. We do in Russia, we do pelmeni, and Rimi, it's in Lithuania. It's a supermarket. They produce fresh products. On the one roof, they produce salads fresh, cake fresh, and ready meals fresh. All day, they produce in the morning, they bring it to the supermarkets and sell this over the day. And then in the next morning, they produce again fresh. Here, a plant we do in Brazil. It's one of the biggest meat processing plants on the world. You see in the surrounding some marine projects. We do for Friama in Brazil, we do a fish slaughtering and processing plant. We grow fish in aquaculture, so it's all done, not on the sea. It's all built, and we produce tilapia and have a processing plant. Then we have Blue U. It's from Switzerland. They produce bio shrimps on the Philippines. We do for Bell. It's a supermarket brand in Switzerland. They buy all over the world different kind of seafood and cut it in Switzerland and sell it there in the supermarkets. Friedrich, we do an extension of an existing plant in Poland. They produce caviar, they produce lachs, salmon. And here in the left, it's Eat Happy. This is a shop-in-shop concept. They are doing small shops in supermarkets and doing fresh sushi. They have here the sushi have a shelf life from 1 day. They produce it on the supermarket in a small stand, and they have other factory. They produce industry sushi by frozen. In the dairy industry, we have a client in Croatia, the company Vindija. You see here, these are 2 factories. One factory produce poultry, and the other factory produce milk and dairy products. And in between, we have a line. In the beginning, we have here administration working for both factories. We have here a storage also for both products. We have an energy center also working for both projects. And we have a wastewater treatment plant also working for both projects. But the processing plants are completely separated. We do for Ehrmann, he's a yogurt producent in Germany, and Käsepack, they make from cheese, they make they ramble the cheese for doing for spaghetti or for gratin. There's the Vindija group from Croatia. This is an old textile factory. They built this factory and we rebuilt this factory to a dairy plant. So this was a existing factory with auto function now in case of dairy products. And here Nadek in Saudi Arabia, we have done an extension also to produce laban, milk, yogurt, juices, creams, and pudding. It's in the desert in Saudi Arabia. They grow 30,000 milk cows there, and they with water in the desert they become grass and feed the animals from there. Fruits and vegetables, different kind of projects we do. We do for Hohmann, it's a company from Germany. Salads, here it's for potato salad. We make juices, mango juice. We make frozen products from vegetables. We make dry products from fruits and also cans. Here we are involved in a project from the European Union. It's a new mobile container factory. There are a world new technology involved. We have a new press. It's Vakulik is the name. It's from GEA. The Vakulik system press the fruits and vegetables without air, so we have no oxidation. And together with the PEF system, it's electropulsation. This is instead of Pasteur or instead of pressure, we have a new system for a better shelf life. And this is a softer kind of looking for a better shelf life with less temperature. We have 52 degrees. And you know, in the Pasteur we have more, and so we have a better color in the juice. Here some projects, again, a storage and kind of olives and different kind of vegetables in cooled and also frozen. packaged. Here for potatoes, it's a potato producer who has his own farm. He produces potatoes for the hotels. He cuts the potatoes, he washes the potatoes, he cuts the potatoes, and the hotels and restaurants can buy the cleaned cutted potatoes. They make also noodles and make also potato salad. And he have also his own shop who he sell the agriculture products. Yeah, when we talk about agriculture, what is the future of agriculture? As I told you in the beginning, more and more we have also digitalization in the agriculture. We have less land, and we must produce more products with this less land. So we take drones, we take satellites, we have data of the weather, of the plants, of the earth, and we have automatized driverless tractors. We have the sensors, we have all the data of the health of the plants, of the earth, how is the earth from the mix of the earth and the topography. And with all these data, we can have more precision agriculture and have better results in future with all these data. And so we are in the position to produce more with less. In the food industry, we have a lot of trends. As I told you, for us, we have three big parts. First is the digitalization. Second is the green factory, CO2 neutral. And third is new products who are developed in every country, and especially for new proteins. And we have a lot of new ideas in online, in hydrogen, in a new intelligent packaging system. We have resource efficiency. We have new milk from different kind of protein sources from soya. We have many new products with mushrooms. We can do meat products or a kind of meat products who have the same smell. So there is a lot of innovation in the market. Vertical farming. We have the new meat coming from the lab, and we talk about to eat insects. So there are many ways to reduce, especially in Germany, the meat consumption with other products and other proteins. You see here the PEF system. It's a new technology. New products needs new technologies. You see here the PEF, electropulsation for better shelf life. We have the meat alternatives. We have the extruder to produce new protein products. We have new packaging system from nature to pack the mangoes and the fruits by nature packaging. We have sensors that we know when are the products good or when they are over the shelf life. We have 3D printing, and we have lab-grown meat. So there are some examples. We have the same in the cheese sector or the milk sector, all with new plant-based products. The factory of the future, in our opinion, runs on information. More and more we can have sensors in the processing line. The machines are much more intelligent. We have the possibility to connect everything, and so we get the big data in future. For this, we are a member of the Smart Factory Association, who are developing the factory of the future with many new parts. You see here a lot of words: automatization, robotics, the big data, predictive maintenance, intralogistic, all have to do that we have more knowledge because of data. And with this more knowledge, we can make a better optimization in the process, in the technique, and in the factory. But also, in our opinion, the human factor is very important. For us, the human factor is Industry 5.0. So the communication between the machines are very necessary and good, but the communication under the people and the engineers who must make the layouts, who must make the proclamation of the robots. This is very important in future, that we have the knowledge people, and the knowledge people you see here from the big five. It's Apple, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft, Alibaba in China. Everybody spent a lot of ideas and money to create creative working spaces and looking for the best people. Digital infrastructure is very important. You know, in China, we have, I think, 80%, 90% of 5G. In Germany, we have more or less, perhaps 5%. We are on the way to have better infrastructure to use the possibility of digitalization. We have more and more software. All the data we get from ERP systems or other systems from Siemens, from the machine connections. All this data we can analyze, and we can look for better optimization through these data. Because when we don't know these data, we know not how to optimize. Yeah, this is the first step. Know everything, and from this we can have experience, and we can change processes and make a better optimization. Cybersecurity, a big point in the future, and cloud computing is a necessity. Artificial intelligence, you know, in the food industry, perhaps we are not now in the top. Automobile industry or pharma is much more in this part, but we have also in the food business, we have a lot of robots, especially in the juice business, or also in the dairy industry, and it's coming more and more. Predictive maintenance is one part. In the technique, we use AI, image processing, the assistant systems, and the sensors. But it's also one point, you have more and more technical parts in the factory, and you know we have a lot of cleaning water in our industry. So it's very important to have a good documentation where are sensors built, that when something is happening and something is destroyed, that you know exactly where are these points, so that you have no stop of factories like 1 day or 2 days. BIM is a new system. I told you we work in 3D. We plan our factories in 3D. We do it as a building information and modeling. It means you can saw everything installed before you build such factories. You saw the construction, you saw the technique, and you saw the machineries. This is a new layout for us too. Normally we come from building factories. We have a layout, but we come more and more to understand how the data are needed, and where the data will get by sensors, and where the data should go. And this is all more and more in our factory planning. One point it's very necessary for us to know about. Especially that our customers, if they wish, have all the data on their possibility on a mobile. And so we have also talks which data are necessary for the managers. Intralogistic is a big part. Amazon talk from dark storages. It means in the storages nobody is working, no human is working. It's a dark place. Everything is done by machineries, by intelligent floors, and by a transportation system without any human. And as I told you, a big part, I think, all over the world, also in India, is the CO2 neutral factory, the green factory. And our German energy brand do this, especially in looking for the energy, for green energy, to store the energy, and to transport the energy. So you see here an example of a CO2 neutral factory. It's Alois Müller next to our office. They produce his energy, especially with the sun. And he also can get from biogas. With a BHKW, he can make also energy. And he have also pellets from wood. So these three parts are the main energy sources, but the most is from the sun. And the sun energy he can collect in hot water. He can collect it in steam or Stickstoff or in salted water. So in medias he can also collect, and in future he will collect also the energy in the cars battery, and he have also a battery system in the factory. And he the heat, the additional heat he produce, he will give to the neighborhood factories. So his neighborhood factory have no heat station. They get all the heat from Alois Miller factory. There are different big topics. It means battery system for industries. We are on the way in our region. We have in Ulm, we have a big science park to develop the battery system, especially the big batteries. We have also mobile systems to transport the heat from one place to another. And we have new energy sources like hydrogen in Germany is very important, and also the energy recovery. Sustainability is a big subject. You know, the European Green Deal, it's done now for the next years. They have to do with energy, with CO2 neutral, but also with animal welfare. They have to do with packaging, and they have to do with circular economy, especially in the part of reducing the food waste. Yeah, I'm in the end now with my lecture. These are some clients from us worldwide, and I will thank you very much for your participation today and for your time. And if you have questions now, I will try to answer, or in the future, if you have questions, you can get in contact with us directly. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Falkenstein. There are a couple of questions in the chat box. So one of them is, what is the smallest size of the project you would be willing to take overseas, especially in India?
The smallest project we have done?
Yes. Or you would be willing to do in India?
We have small client, small factories. The smallest it should be the shop-in-shop concept I show you on the sushi. Yeah, from this Eat Happy. This was a shop concept. But the shop concept must have the same hygiene requirements like a factory. And this was a square meter. It was 40 square meters. And we have done small factories from 1 to 5 million euro, as well as middle size and big factories. So it's different.
Okay. There's another question where he's asking, do you help design specific machines? For example, say for Indian snacks?
We design the factory, we design all the technique, and we design the process. We can, in our plans, you can see the machine. And then we look for offers if our clients want, that we advise him and look for offers for this different kind of machineries. And then we look for 3 or 5 offers worldwide. And then we look for a good price and look for the contract and look for the schedule. And then we need this information from this machine companies in our plannings, in our detail plannings, that we know exactly where they need water, where they need electricity, where comes the wastewater in, and all these informations.
Okay. There's another question. Do you have any Indian clients or have had in the past?
Yes, we work for the slaughterhouse of the town of Mumbai. This is our project. We have different kind of meetings there and different kind of restarts. And this is the only one in India.
Okay. So anybody has any question, they can unmute and also ask, but please be specific.
Nilesh, is this the
Yes.
extended version of the food parks in India we have? Because that is a smaller unit, but these are the large units. So is it extended version of the food park?
So I'm not sure if Falkenstein.
Can you repeat, please,
Yeah,
Mr. Lennon?
I will try to rephrase the question.
Okay,
So
okay.
in India, we do have this concept of food parks. So it's like a common facility center. So because some of the setups you have shown are pretty big, like our chamber is a small and medium businesses. So the question really is it something similar to that? Are these like huge factories, or smaller setups can also be done?
Yes, we are not looking for big factories. This is only to show you some interesting projects. We have smaller clients. We have, as I told you, this shop-in-shop concept is a small, interesting service for us and a good reference. And so we have. I think if you have a plant, you have up from 3 million euros. So this is size we our clients, most clients are coming from our office. Then we have clients they make more, yeah. But I think from 3 million, this is all the machineries you must. These are normal clients for us.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
Thank you very much, Kristen.
I think someone has written to you in the chat box in German, so he's thanking you. He's saying "Danke," I guess.
Ah, yeah, okay, in German, yeah, okay, good. Sehr good. Thank you very much. Perhaps I make also in the chat box my email. Perhaps somebody will write email for.
So you did show that container kind of a setup. That is something that I think I found it a little interesting. So can you explain more? Like, can we have, let's say, tomato processing or like small units in those kind of containers?
Write to the homepage all. This is a project, food processing in a box. It's a European Union financed project. We have done 2 containers. One container who produce juice, and one container who dry fruits and vegetables. And we have this special new technology with PEF, electropulsation. So this is a new technology, and these 2 containers will be finished in this year, and then we make tests. And if there is an interest, you can watch this container. This is now built in Germany, and if there is an interest for looking such a production possibility, we can sell this products, container process plants.
So that's basically an alternative for pasteurization?
One part. This is instead of pasteurization. This is it's instead of pasteurization or pressure.
Correct. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Any last question?
But you can find all information.
Thanks, Nilesh.
Yeah, maybe I can share the screen a little bit.
Oh, good.
Let me start it again, I guess.
So this is a part of the European Green Deal. The European Commission gives funding money to possibilities to create new earnings for the farmers directly. And in this case, we produce juice and we can try their products on the farm.
Okay. Sorry, it's not coming up as fast as it should. Yeah, there you go. This you mentioned is what, pulse light or pulse electric, or?
This is now not pulse electric. This is a system with Pasteur. The pulse electric, this is still under construction. This is very new.
Okay.
You can find the picture of the truck, but 3D animated, not by a video. The container is still under construction.
But in pulse electric, you have to make the film very thin. Unlike
Yes.
in the pulse electric, it's more like a surface disinfectant, right? So is it more like a film that gets created of the juice?
I don't understand what you mean with fin.
Like in the pulse electric kind of technology,
Yeah.
is it because pasteurization you can have a continuous process, right? Through a tube and tube pasteurizer or whatever, through a particular heat exchanger, you can do the pasteurizing. In pulse electric, it's my understanding is through a surface kind of a exposure that happens, right, to the pulse electric.
Yeah, this is very fast system. In seconds, the electric pulsation will handle the juice who is on the pipes, and this is only a thing from seconds. They get the impulses of the electrical, and this is enough to have the same influence than heat or pressure. So the electropulsation was done in the pipes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
And you also can use this for drying products.
Okay. Excellent. So I think I'm assuming there are no more questions. So, and Mr. Falkenstein has put his email address. So anybody wants to reach out to him, they can write to him directly. So we would try to close the session. So thank you very much, sir. And Diksha, can you propose an official vote of thanks?
Yes. I sincerely thank Mr. Falkenstein for your valuable time and also very informative session. Thank you to our support partners, AFST Mumbai chapter, and Rautu, NetProfam, and All India Food Processors Association. Thank you to all the participants for attending today's webinar, and I declare the session as ended. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.